Want to help the channel? Go to shopclownfish.com where you can check out official Clownfish TV merchandise in our brand new shop. It helps us out. Also, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/clownfishtv for more art and gaming live streams that we don't do on YouTube. We want to see you over there as well. Now let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. We're gonna talk about the continued attack on anime. Apparently anime is being banned all over the place, including Pornhub. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're at 125,000 subs, hoping for some more. You're always welcome to the reef. And yeah, let's talk about the continued attack on anime and anime style artwork by the media, by social media, by the government. Apparently anime is problematic now because the characters look younger than they may actually be because they're, well, cartoons with big eyes and big heads and cute features, and even characters that are supposed to be of age could potentially be interpreted as minors, but that is the Japanese art style. And we've talked about before Patreon banning anime style characters because they can't verify their ages, because you got to get the driver's license of these cartoon characters and find out exactly how old they are. And we've also talked about some toys being removed from Amazon before that. Amazon removed Hatsune Miku toys because she's a minor. Never mind that she's not real. She's not a real character. Never mind that these toys are not exploiting minors in any way, because she was a minor. And for some reason, Amazon freaked out and they took the Hatsune Miku toys off of their store, and now they're banning No Game, No Life books too. Apparently, the light novels, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, just to go back to Patreon real quick, this is kind of a catch-all for them where, anything that looks like it could potentially maybe possibly be underage is a no-no on Patreon. And we did cover this before, but just to reiterate that there were artists out there producing anime-style content. Patreon would pull down their accounts. They were asking to go through their Google Drive to make sure there was nothing potentially offensive. But if you use Western-style artwork to represent persons over the age of 18 doing lewd things, that was totally okay. It was just the anime style that they had a problem with. So they said if you draw anime characters, you're in trouble on Patreon. This is coming from Anime Motivation, and they outlined it. They did a really good job with it, talking about how this is a really lopsided and potentially kind of racist-y way of controlling the artwork on Patreon, or that goes through Patreon. If it looks like it's Japanese style art, then it could be naughty. If you draw anime characters, you're in trouble on Patreon. Japanese style anime drawings can be banned if Patreon sees it as a minor. If your anime characters look too young, you'll be banned. This is coming from Patreon. Basically saying if the artwork is Japanese style and these characters could be misinterpreted as being minors, never mind that at the end of the day, we're just talking about cartoons and they're not people. But yeah, they don't like the Japanese style characters. But it's okay if it's a Western character, This is coming from Patreon again. If your Twitter, Pixiv, or website has Japanese style drawings that look underage, Patreon will ban you from linking outside at the website, and you won't be allowed to link back to your Patreon from the suspected website. That sounds very authoritarian of them. In other words, Patreon won't allow you to link to your account or from your account if your anime drawings don't fit their worldview. So yeah, it is kind of a problem because a lot of people draw anime style characters on Patreon. If you're drawing, this is basically what they're saying. If your drawings aren't Western, we have a problem with it. I mean, that is kind of a problem. Somebody's like banned from Patreon. Patreon approved. They make her look wrinkled and old. Yeah. And then we saw Amazon remove Hatsune Miku toys, and this came about the same time that Australia was kind of going nuts. An Australian senator demanded that all Japanese anime and manga is reviewed for what he's considering child exploitation. I think he got shut down. Pretty hard too. And then not long after this, we've got manga and anime artists in Japan voicing concerns about censorship and how they're afraid that the West and or China could censor Japanese art. They're worried about it because everybody's trying to push their sensibilities onto Japanese creators. But now we've got more stuff getting banned. This is, I'm not familiar with this artist because I don't follow this kind of work, but Derpixen, banned from Pornhub for pornographic anime videos. Okay, Pornhub. When Pornhub starts banning your stuff, okay, things have gone full on batshit crazy. This is coming from One Angry Gamer. And yeah, so you think you're safe taking your lewds to Pornhub, and that's not the case. Now, I'm obviously not going to show any of Derpixen? I'm obviously not going to show any of their lewd art on here, but yeah, this was the thread that they posted on Twitter yesterday. He directed people to his alternate Pornhub account, but don't expect to last too long since once the staff find out he's back on the platform. After 2 weeks since my Pornhub account was deleted, they finally told me the reason why, and that's because they found some of my vids are problematic and are considered unauthorized content. After 2 years that my account was up, they just decided now it was a problem. It's a problem now. So now they're banning hentai. Yeah, again, we've got Pornhub banning anime style characters because they're probably like, well, they could potentially, maybe, possibly be mistaken for underage characters. I'm frustrated. I'm more frustrated than anything because I know this will happen again over some stupid reason. Pornhub, of all places, is not even a safe archive for not safe for work creators anymore. They recently even banned tags like tentacles, which has been a thing hentai is known for since forever. This, together with Twitter's shadow ban on not safe for work creators and other sites' very limiting guidelines, isn't helping out anyone at all. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's still worth it to be continuing this sort of thing. Sorry to be a downer, I'm sure this feeling will pass. Either way, I'm making another account just so I could still have an alternate video link of my work. I'm slowly re-uploading stuff, so please be patient. I won't be able to re-upload everything since things are pretty risky now, and they're also on Newgrounds. So again, we're seeing anime style art being singled out for censorship. Now, I'm not going to show you any of Derpixen's, I think it's Derpixen's lewd art, but I'm wondering if, they're looking at this kind of stuff and being like, well, this potentially, possibly, maybe could be an underage character. This could be an underage character. We don't know. We need to card these. We need to card these cartoon. We need to card these cartoon characters, and make sure that they're of age before they're allowed on freaking Pornhub, of all places. Now, I gotta give a shout out to Black Sage D, who alerted me to the fact that the No Game No Life light novels were pulled off of Amazon. They were pulled off of Amazon. Now, the anime is still on Crunchyroll. And the anime is rated, 12 to 16? And has more fan service than the light novels. But they pulled the light novels off of Amazon. Again, Amazon took down the Hatsune Miku toys a couple of months ago. I think they put them back, but people were complaining. If you go searching for it, it's not here. It's not here. Were people asking about it? People were asking about, hey, I used to buy my light novels on Amazon. I wanted to order No Game No Life Volume 8, but I just noticed that every light novel has disappeared from Amazon. When I click on one of the recently ordered volumes, it says the page doesn't exist. I tried it for myself. It doesn't. No Game No Life Parent's Guide. It's not really that bad, but again, we're dealing with young-looking characters who aren't actually young. That's just the anime style. They said that call me a fanatic if you want, but this reminds me of how people back then burned books without any laws backing up and ignoring official ratings. The light novels are still available on every other site like Book Depot. No laws are involved, just your typical cancel culture. And that is it. There's Black Sage D. Yeah, it absolutely is, basically an attack on anime style art. They're coming for your waifus. They're coming for your waifus. Hide your waifus and make sure they're over 18. Even though they're just cartoon characters and they don't really exist, but we can put live action stuff out there. This questionable. Geeky was saying, how come they can still draw lewds of She-Ra and Catra, and that's okay? Those characters are canonically like 16 years old. Go figure. I don't know. They're coming for your waifus though, for sure. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. Very interesting. It's just anime, and what's gonna happen? You watch. What's gonna happen is it's gonna start out with the lewd stuff, and then there's gonna be more and more restrictions put on not lewd stuff. PG-13 stuff, and then the next thing you know, we're gonna have a ton of hit pieces out on all these pop culture sites talking about how problematic anime is. Oh wait, that's actually happening right now. Anime is problematic, it's misogynistic, it promotes fascism because we have characters wearing military uniforms. The Shield Hero is a terrible, terrible show. It's going to continue. They're going to browbeat anime into submission like the comic book industry, like tabletop gaming. And they're going to try pulling out the teeth of your favorite waifu. We don't want her to not have any teeth. We don't. But it is absolutely happening, and there's going to be, I don't even know what you would call this. If there was a satanic panic in the 80s, this is like what, Otaku Armageddon? I have no idea. But just keep an eye on this because, again, it's going to start with more extreme work, and it's going to trickle down into very tame work until they beat manga into what they want it to be. Whatever that is, whatever puritanical form they want it to take, or at least what will happen is, over here in the West, we will get the really tame stuff, and the real deal, you're going to have to go to Japan. You're going to have to find other ways to get it because they're not going to bring it out over here. It's going to be kind of like when they censored it back in the 80s and 90s all over again. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.